Got to get this lock swung back far enough or it won't open all the way. The detent on the fence is satisfying, locks into the predetermined angles well. Odd angles are a different story. This is a standard base shoe. It measures about 11/16 of an inch, and you can see it doesn't quite fit in there. You want to have the back against the fence to square it up because the bottom is beveled a bit, so it'll throw you off. You can turn it around and cut it the other way, but now it's going to be tilted ever so slightly. Not a bad cut. Of course, inside corners should be coped, but it's a good miter to start your cope with. It always leaves a little wood packed into the groove in the anvil. You have to dig it out or it kind of throws off your next cut. One trick, it's not ideal, but it works when it almost fits, is to let that top edge cut back into the blade. Push it back into it until you can get it square to the fence, and then you can cut it. But here, I'm sneaking up on it. I'm shaving bits off the end, and this is not ideal for that because the blade is tapered on both sides. So it wants to push it sideways, and you wind up with a cut that's a little biased. Not bad for a paint grade outside corner. This is glass bead, a much finer molding that actually fits in the jaw. Not the cleanest cut, but only the face of it shows, so see if we can do a better one. Crushed it, but not in a good way. I have a very tiny power miter saw that I use for this, and I don't think I'm going to be giving it up anytime soon. Let's step over to the crafts department. A popsicle stick. Now, standing it on edge, it wants to push it sideways and cut it at a bias so you get a compound miter. That's okay for what I'm using this for. I cut bevels on popsicle sticks to use as scrapers when I'm working with lime away, removing hard water deposits around the base of a faucet. Doesn't scratch the chrome, speeds up the process. Still comes out at a bias. If I lay the popsicle stick flat, it slips under the fence. So I have to kind of eyeball it, line it up, but that's doable. And it's a pretty nice cut. That was easy. This is some 1/4-inch nylon rod that I use in my work. Not too bad. Cut it cleanly, even though it's still slightly biased. Can't get a perfect square on it, but that's okay for what I'm using it for. If I use a saw, it leaves a burr on there that I have to deal with. Any other tools mangle it. This is the cleanest cut I've ever gotten on this. All in all, if you understand its limitations, it's a good tool that I'm sure I will continue to find uses for.